So yeah, I'm trying to work on my health and trying to work on the mental stuff too. Like I deal with anxiety. I know a lot of people do, but I know a lot about it now. Like I've gone to a lot of therapy and I've learned everything there is to know about anxiety, and it's never been worse. There's a huge lie in the mental health space that says once you learn you have anxiety, you can work towards getting better. Maybe for some of you, that's not going on for me at all. I know all aspects of my anxiety. I now know all my triggers, so now I have anxiety before I have anxiety. Instead of just being anxious in the grocery store, I'm now anxious in the parking lot because I know I'm about to be anxious in the grocery store. I'm just in the parking lot taking a shot of pre-anxiety going, here we go. Might make eye contact with the dude over the melons. Don't make it weird. And guess what? I made it weird. It was just a regular dude holding two melons trying to pick one, and we made eye contact for a second, and for some reason I was like... And he was like, what? And I'm like, whoa. And we didn't get groceries that day, all right? That was an Instacart day. I think that should be the commercial for Instacart, by the way. It's just two dudes making eye contact in the produce section. And then, Instacart. We can pick the wrong avocados for you, you know? But yeah, that's who I've always been. I've always been like this anxious person. Like when I'm in line at a coffee shop or something, I have to have my order ready before I make it up to the barista. Some people aren't like that. Some people can just like be in the moment, like they just respawned in a video game and just be like, croissant and a black coffee, you know? And if you can do that, awesome, more power to you. That's not who I am. I have to have my lines ready before I talk to a stranger. And sometimes I'm not. Like sometimes there's someone in front of me and I'm still deciding and they get out of line, now I'm next. I'll just yell out the first thing I see on the menu. That's who I am. I'll just be like, London fog! That's how I found out London fog's not even coffee, all right? It's tea. Like if you yell out London fog in a panic, prepare for some dirty hot water. Because you just got yourself some gross tea, all right? That's who I am, though. Like, when I'm in line at a Starbucks, I'm in my head the whole time, just like bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And then I make it to the front, and the barista's like, what will it be? And I'm like, can I do a bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich and a sweet cream cold brew? But then if she's like, we're out of all of that, I'll be like, London fog, dude. I'll make the same mistake again rather than looking indecisive in public, dude. I'll dance with the devil I know than the one I don't. And that person who I just described, that's been me my entire life. And I'm cool with that guy. I understand that guy. We're simpatico. But now the problem is I'm aware of my anxiety. So now it's like an out-of-body experience. I now like watch myself be anxious in public and I heckle myself. Well, I'm already uncomfortable. It makes no sense. Why would I be against myself? But now I'm just in line like bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And it's like, dude, don't nod your head while you say it. You look like a psycho. What the hell's the matter with you? So, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. What the hell are you doing with your hand? Just hold your hand like a normal person. Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Thank you for laughing at that one, too. That's... There's two kinds of jokes in comedy, like two kinds of laughs in comedy. There's like a laughing with you and a laughing at you, and that one gets a fair amount of both, you know? And I like that. Some people relate, and some people are like, I can laugh at that. But I have told that joke twice in front of two rooms, big rooms, where they just looked at me and like, sounds like a you problem. I don't know if you've ever had that, where you open your soul to a room full of strangers and had them collectively go, oh. But it's a kick in the schnutz, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I've learned too much about anxiety. I don't know. I've learned too much. I think it's a problem. Like, I learned that anxiety can be hereditary. It can be passed down from your parents. Isn't that crazy? And once I learned that, I was like, oh my God, my mother's an anxious woman. And I never realized that growing up. You don't see it growing up. You're like, she's fine. So what? She doesn't make left-hand turns. Who cares? A lot of people don't make left-hand turns. I don't make left-hand turns. That doesn't mean anything's wrong, you know? Until I was in a car with someone that did, and I was like, what the hell are you doing, Evel Knievel? Or are you putting our lives on the line? We're just trying to get to a Wendy's right now. Why don't you calm the hell down? By the way, when I say I don't make left-hand turns, I don't mean at a light without an arrow, like an unprotected left. I'm cool with those. I'll do those all the time. I'm talking about you're coming out of a neighborhood. You have a stop sign. There's 2 lanes going that way, 2 lanes going that way. You're trying to get over there, and everyone's running 50. I'm not doing that, all right? 10 times out of 10, I'm not doing that. I'll pull up, and Google's like, make a left. And I'm like, you make a left, dude. You figure this out. I'm not sitting here for a minute and a half just going, huh. Will you turn the radio down? Our lives are on the line. I'm not doing that. We're making a right and taking a U-turn. We'll get to that Wendy's when we get to that Wendy's. I believe that's why they're open late, you know? That's their whole business plan. But yeah, it was startling to find out. You know, my wife was the first person to ask me about my anxiety. Like, she was the first person to see it, or at least not ignore it. You know how scary that is? For 30 years, I thought the terror was in my heart, and on the outside, I thought I was just the Fonz. That's who I thought. I was just kicking jukeboxes, calling the bathroom my office. Like, that's who I thought I was. My wife was the first person to look me in the eyes and go, are you all right? I was like, well, why would you ask that? She's like, you look uncomfortable. I'm like, I do? Can everyone else see it? And she's like, yeah, probably. That was like a traumatic day. I felt like Sally Fields at the end of Mrs. Doubtfire. Remember that scene in the restaurant where she found out Robin Williams was in fact Mrs. Doubtfire? She's like, this whole time. Remember that second guttural this whole time? That's how I felt. I'm like, oh dear God. I fly all the time. I should be the best at flying, and I'm not. I'm like kind of the worst. I don't have TSA pre-check. Yeah, I know. I should have it. I should totally have it. And I don't have it for a dumb reason. I don't have it because you don't just buy it online. If that was the only step, I would totally have it. That's why I have every dumb thing I have in my house. It's because I had too many drinks and went on Amazon. And then 2 days later, I go to my mailbox. And I'm like, I was sad 2 days ago. And now I have new coasters. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? I got brand new coasters. So if it was like that, I would totally have TSA pre-check, but that's not the way it goes. You gotta buy it online, then go to a building for an interview, and I don't do that. That's not what I do. I'll buy anything online, but you bring it to my door, okay? Amazon has ruined me as a human being. I'll buy anything online, but you bring it to my door, all right? I'm gonna answer it, I'm gonna be wearing a robe, it's gonna be open, all right? I'm gonna feel like a customer in this situation. But that's not the way it works. You gotta go, so I don't have it. So when I fly, I gotta be in line with everybody else. You know, people that fly once in a lifetime. You know, these people, they just show up to the airport covered in belts, just head to toe. Every belt they own. Like, what? I gotta take this off? Damn it, I'm wearing all of them. Or it'll be some lady with like boots up to their thighs, like, you had to go to Hot Topic before this flight? You're gonna need a spotter to take that boot off. I want to see that happen. Those are the people I'm behind, so I'm usually having a pretty bad time. And earlier this year, I was flying out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I was flying home, and it was early. It was 5 in the morning. And there's only 2 people in the security line, me and one lady in front of me. I'm like, cool, this is going to be fine. And it wasn't, because this lady in front of me was traveling with the most amount of food I've ever seen anyone travel with in my entire life. She just kept pulling snacks out of her carry-on. Just jams and jars and crackers and nonsense. To the point where me and the TSA agent locked eyes and we just went, That's how much food she brought, that I had a nonverbal conversation with a stranger about it, where we just went, I guess. And then this lady, I'm not making this up, she pulled out a giant tub of cream cheese. A big vat of it, about that big, just plump. And that's when the TSA agent goes, ma'am, that's too much cream cheese. And I could tell she had never said that sentence in her entire life, all right? And she'd been around a while. Never had she uttered those words in that order. Ma'am, that's too much cream cheese. She'd never said that at a deli, not at Nana's house, never in her entire life. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how she knew it was too much cream cheese. I doubt they have a chart in the break room, like, hey, everyone's allowed this much cream cheese, but she clearly brought this much. She just goes, ma'am, that's 2 ounces too much cream cheese. And when she said that, she probably thought what I did, that this lady would just throw it away and we could go about our lives. We were dealing with a lunatic on that morning. Because what this lady did, I'm not making this up, she peeled off the lid and decided to finger out what she thought 2 ounces of cream cheese was and started flinging it into the trash. That's when, with my eyes, I said, I bet you didn't guess that's what was gonna happen. I bet you didn't guess that's what she was gonna do. That wasn't in your top 100 list of guesses. No way at 5 in the morning this lady's gonna peel off the lid and just start figuring out cream cheese like a sloth on National Geographic and just start flinging it into the trash. But that's what she did. Have you ever been up so early you can't react? That's where I was. It was 5 in the morning. I'm watching this lady fingering cream cheese. Everything in me was like, what in the hell is the matter with you? But the only thing that came out was, all right. I guess that's what we're doing. That's how today's gonna go. The worst part was I was behind her. She's ahead of me, all right? This lady is now covered in cream cheese, both hands. She went through the body scanner like that, just covered in cream cheese. All of her luggage covered in it, the x-ray machine, the little rubber flaps, cream cheese. All of my stuff's next. I'm behind her. I'm pushing it through that mess. I look up at the TSA agent. I'm like, I should sign up for that pre-check, huh? Shove my stuff in there.